At the age of 6, Sammy Davis Jr. was already a song and dance entertainer. Now, at the age of 60, he's a show business legend. While in Kansas City to give a concert with the symphony, he paused to remember some of the great times.
I think of all the things about show business that I sort of love is the fact that I've had the good fortune in 5 decades to have been there when a lot of things was happening and things that can never come back. I was there during the big band days. I worked with Ellington. I worked with Basie up until 6 months before he passed away. We worked, and every time we'd work together, we'd do a date together, we'd sit down and know that at least twice during the week, Count and I would sit down and talk about all the old days and all the musicians who weren't around and all the things that were happening and what has happened. You remember? You know, that's how it always starts off, the conversation. Do you remember in 30s, what's it, 38? You know, that's how it would start. Those are good memories.
And those memories include his father, Sammy Davis Sr., who first took young Sammy on the road when he was only 4. Since then, Sammy's made names like Sportin' Life and Bojangles household terms.
Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles.
Here in Kansas City, Sammy talked about our Street of Jazz Sidewalk of Stars. It's important to honor the past, he says, but our young people will want to look to the future, too.
Because he looks at it and goes, yeah, okay. But what's for me? Is that what I got to look for? And he's trying to relate to that. That can be done as a marvelous thing, yes. But now, what's happening for me now? And what is the city doing for me now? Will I get a chance to walk as a human being with dignity now? That's marvelous, and I appreciate that. What's happening for me? That's what I'm talking about. And sometimes we get hung up on the images and the pictures and forget the realities.
Sammy's reality is he's a self-made man, catching life and education on the wing, which means, like many black entertainers, he's made some sacrifices.
One thing a lot of those musicians had in common, they couldn't read music. Can you read music?
Not a note. I cannot even spell music.
But in his hands, it sure sounds sweet. From the Vista Hotel with Sammy Davis Jr., I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV 5.
In my dreams, in my dreams.